and we go on, and that's good. And let's look at our mobile version from the top. All right, there we go, 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 there we go. And this all looks good. Now let's go to our desktop version and let's go to home. All right, so for Zala Studios, for slow sales to grow in your business in 60 minutes, we can click on this button and it takes us to the relevant section to get started. All right, very nice services section, increase sales, reduce costs, review and prioritize. We have our mission statement, our about section. We can sign up here. We have our reviews, not 2,500 reviews, but it's there. What our customers say about us. Become a studio member so we can get free resources here. We would actually add relevant links, or we can become a member, add relevant link. We seen slow sales and want to grow your business. There we go. And that is exactly what we're going to be building today. Let's get started. And remember, at the end of this tutorial, there's going to be a link or information on how you can get this actual template for yourself. So let's dive right into the video, guys. Hey guys, welcome to Zelhan. Today we have our first of many website tutorials. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building a one-page website that is going to be able to generate leads for your business. The reason why I'm starting with a one-page website is because in about 30 minutes or so, I want to get you and your business up and running online in a way that makes money for your business. So we're going to get started right away. I am going to be using WordPress today. Over time, we're going to be using other platforms just to see what's out there, what works and what doesn't work. We are going to assume that you already have WordPress installed on your server. If you don't have WordPress installed, there'll be a video in the description below of how to get website hosting. In time, we will also have our own website hosting company. We will have a tutorial on how to get your domain name, how to install WordPress on your domain, and how to log in to the dashboard that you see right here. If that video is not yet posted, then there will be another video. So if we don't have our video ready as yet, then there will be another video linked in the description that you can watch. Once you've gone to this part where you have your hosting, you have your website, and you have your WordPress installed, then we can continue from here. All right, 30 minutes to get this going. On the dashboard, there are a few things we're going to have to do. I love to change the color of my dashboard because I love my aesthetics. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to users, all users, and that will bring up this panel with a list of all the users. This is the email address of the old name for Zelhan. It's Hybrid Dream Developers. We're going to go ahead and edit that. I am going to go with the blue theme because that's very cool, very calming. And I'm not going to change my profile picture just yet, but we'll go ahead and do that in the future. So you can select any of these that you would like. They have different settings and different colors. For different websites, I like to use different ones. For this one, I'm going to use blue. So now that we have that, we have the language. I'm just going to go with English. By the way, guys, I am from Jamaica. If you've ever visited Jamaica, feel free to leave a comment in the description. Leave a comment in the description. That's funny, right? You can leave a comment below and tell me how you enjoyed Jamaica. And if you guys know that famous Jamaican swear word, you can go ahead and post that as well. I don't think YouTube can pick up on that. We also have our name. Not going to edit all of those things because we just want to get into web dev, but I want my dashboard to look really nice while I work. All right. Before we get started, there are a few things that we have to do. So on this website, it's a local WordPress install, as you can see from the URL here. Localhost 100,016, yada, 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 yada. The reason why this is so is because I don't have this installed and on our web server. I have it installed on my actual computer, which is somewhere over here. The idea being that you're going to have a different look for your dashboard. It's the same thing. One of the first things that you need to do is to go to settings and permalinks before you do anything. and ensure that it's set to post name and save changes. And this is all a part of the tutorial, guys. Next thing that we need to do is we're going to take a look at our website as it is. So we're going to go to Zelhan tutorials, or whatever it is that you named your website, or your WordPress install, sorry. And we're going to click visit site. And this is what our website looks like right now. It's not much. We can't even scroll. Kind of ugly, very ugly, but it's a starting. Let me just hide this. It's a place to get started. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to dashboard because I want to explain the theme and I want to explain the plugins. Now, the theme in very simple terms is like the OS on your phone. It's not the OS, but it's like the OS on your phone. It's how the phone is going to look regardless of which app you install on it. And the plugin is going to be the app. So we're going to have the theme right here on the appearance themes. We're going to have a few that come default installed. Currently, it's October 15, 2023. So we have that 2023 theme installed. Very soon, WordPress is going to release the 2024 theme. And that's also going to be the default theme. Nothing to get excited about. We're not going to be using this theme. Remember, the theme is how the website looks, much like the OS on your phone, like Android or iOS. And for those of you guys who love the Google Pixel, the Google OS. So we're going to go ahead and remove two of these themes. We don't need them. So I'm just go ahead and move this out of the way, delete, and we don't need that. Go ahead and delete this as well. And we don't need that. We're going to keep the 2023 theme. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our plugins. So we go to appearance, we go to plugins, click on plugins, and it's going to bring up the screen. We don't have anything installed here just yet, but remember, the theme is like the OS. It's going to influence how the site looks regardless of how you design it. It's like the core structure of your website, or it's like the outline of your house or of your car. No matter what you do to your house, it's going to have a certain shape: 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a roof, and so on. However, the plugin is what you add to your app. It's like an app that you add to your phone, sorry. So it's going to be the WhatsApp, the Facebook, the YouTube, it's going to be the ChatGPT. It's going to add extra functionality to your website. And that's what the plugin is. Normally, there are plugins installed here. There are none here right now. You can go ahead and delete everything that is here. The first plugin that we're going to install before we do anything is one for website security. And this is how I always go about it. Before I install a theme or anything, I'm going to install one for website security because that's important. We're going to go to plugins, add new, or we can just click add new right here. And that's going to connect us to the WordPress repository. These are the featured plugins by WordPress. These are the plugins that WordPress likes because most of them are owned by WordPress. You can go over and click on popular, and this will give you an idea of the plugins that you're going to see most website installs have. You can scroll, and over time, we're going to be using a lot of these plugins. So we're just going to go ahead and install the security plugin that we're going to be using. It's not going to be WordFence. It is going to be the Sucuri. I'm using a new keyboard, guys. The keyboard that I'm using, let me show it to you, is the Red Dragon Horus Model K61B RGB, and it's a Bluetooth keyboard. And I have my other monitor over here with my Asus Tough Gaming keyboard. That's my favorite keyboard. But because I want the lights and everything, I'm using the Red Dragon. Really nice keyboard. My first time using it, so I have a lot of typing issues. So Sucuri is what we're going to be using. See, it comes up. Nope. Sucuri or Sucuri. And there we go. Go ahead and install Sucuri. And that's going to help us to get started. Over 900,000 active installations. Once you click install, it's on, but you have to activate it for it to start working. Activate. Now that it's activated, we're going to go ahead and configure it for our website. So we go to the panel again, dashboard. And once we go to dashboard, we're going to see a few things right here. We can go ahead and look at what's corrected or what's wrong. Let me just move this again. So now we're going to go ahead and apply hardening to our website to protect it from hacks and so on. So we're going to go to settings, and from settings, it's going to take us here. We are going to go to hardening. And what we're going to do right now is we can't apply hardening for our firewall because we need a premium service. If you want to have a premium website security firewall running and you want AI to protect your website and your own website security team, I have a website security company called Digital Pixie that does just this. My clients and my websites have never been hacked before because of this. It's in the description below. You can sign up for about $25 per month. So we can get hardening if we like. Not going to do that. Everything else that's listed here, we're going to apply hardening. And it's going to take a bit of time because we have to do it one by one. So I'm just going to speed this up. Apply hardening, apply hardening, apply hardening, and we're just going to check hardening for the block of PHP. And it seems like because I'm running on my own server, like my computer, then I can't do that. Perfect. Now we have time to get started with our actual website designing. We're going to go to Appearance, Themes, and this is going to be really quickly done. So at Themes, we're going to go to Add New. I need to log in to confirm. All right, it's fine. This is not available. So we go to popular and we have a few options here. I love to use Hello by Elementor, but I'm not going to use that. Today I'm going to use Astra because we need to get going in about 30 minutes. So we're going to hit install. And once the theme is installed, it influences the plugins that you're going to activate and you're going to install to work with the theme. Remember, the theme is like iOS versus Android. It's the core of your website and how it looks and how it feels. The plugins add extra functionality. That means that some themes are going to have plugins built in. Once the Astra theme is installed, we're going to activate it. And it's going to prompt us to install a certain plugin that will get us started. This is the plugin, Starter Templates. By installing our Astra starter site, we're going to have a website set up in one click. But it's not going to be the finished product because then everybody would have the same website. It wouldn't look outstanding. And the customers and clients that we're trying to get with our website wouldn't connect. So we're going to go ahead and install the starter sites plugin. And once that is installed, we're going to be prompted to install a page builder. And I'm going to explain a page builder once we get to that step. Activating. And here we go. It's going to ask us to select a page builder. The page builder that we're going to be using is Elementor. And very simply, you know that a website is like a book. It's like a directory. It's a collection of pages linked together. That is what we as computer scientists know a website to be. Well, I do know full stack engineering, guys, so it's not just WordPress. That being said, we're going to be using Elementor Page Builder because with Elementor Page Builder, you do not need to know how to code to build your website. You want to add a picture, you just click on the picture and you add it to the page. You drag it over to the part of the page where you want it, and that's that. So we're going to have Elementor set up right here. We're going to click Elementor, and it's going to give us a list of websites that we can use. It's going to give us a list of templates that already use Elementor. We are going to build something. What we're going to do now is we're going to select a template for a one-page website, and we can do it 2 days. We can use an actual one-page website, or we can use one of these complete websites. I want to use the complete websites because we're going to have to do a bit of finagling and doodling around just to get it to work in terms of the menus and links and so on. So we're going to use an actual one-page website, and it's going to be listed on the landing pages. So we're going to go right here, and we're going to go to landing pages, or we can search right here for landing. Ooh, guys, I am loving this keyboard. Red Dragon, you guys always impress me. All right, so we can type landing pages here, or we can go to business, landing pages. It's the same thing. Once we're here, we can scroll through and see a list of landing pages that already exist. The ones that say premium require a premium Astra subscription, so we're not going to go ahead and use those. We're just going to keep on looking for something nice. The website that I'm building is for a guest that was on the Boardroom podcast. I believe it was episode 4, Fatima Farzali, or maybe it was episode 3. And what Fatima does is she's a digital sales strategist. She has a website, which is a one-pager already built, but I feel like it would be nice to design something that she could also use for her business. So we're going to use something that is for a digital sales strategist, or can be used for a digital sales strategist, one pager. And we're just looking. So this is a nice one. That's for a food truck. So if you have a food truck or you have a small restaurant, this is a good way to get started. You can go ahead and use that one, but we are not going to use it. It is also premium. So let me go back. We have one here for a locksmith. I think this is the one that we'll go with, but we'll see what else is there. We'll look at one more template before we decide. So this could work for what we want, just a bit of editing, changing some information, adding some new sections. So that could work. And this looks really nice. So let's go back. The locksmith is currently our favorite. We can perhaps take a look at Adam Hoffman. And because she's a digital sales strategist, it's important for her personal brand to be front and center. So view work, Pinterest, no, yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not seeing the scroll a lot. Let me see if it wasn't loaded properly. And no, it's just a landing page. That's all it is. So there is nothing beneath it, it seems. So let's keep looking. There's another one for a food truck. They're both premium. It looks like the same thing, just a different color scheme for the most part, and a few changes here and there. Not much. We have a beer landing page, beer launch landing page. I think this one would work really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and use the locksmith theme since it's free. And this one gives us a lot of options in terms of the header. So we have the logo uploaded. If you want to know how to upload, you click right here and you go to upload files, select files, and it will give you the option of choosing your media. We already have one selected here and we select. That's good. The logo is right there. We can change the size by moving up and down. Up for me really big, down to the left for smaller. We're going to use one that grabs the attention. We continue. The other option is the color. I think I'm just going to keep it in the default color. A nice pop orange. So if we look at FrazaleStudios.com, it's a very minimalist website. Nothing really competing for your attention, which makes it really easy on the eyes. That makes it really fun to look at, very fun to use, very easy in the layout and everything. So we're going to keep this one. And this has an orange pop color, which we can work with that. We also know when we go to Farzale Studios, there's a Chrome extension called WhatFont. We get WhatFont. I'll show you in future videos how to get this Chrome extension because we only have 30 minutes. And we click on WhatFont and it shows us that we have Poppins and Inter as our font. So we're going to finish using WhatFont. Go back here and we're going to use Inter Meriwether. And what that means is that in the future, we are going to have to change Meriwether to Poppins, but we already have Inter set up. So that's what we're going to do. And we continue. My name is Jabez, if I can use my new keyboard that I love so much. My work email is, I'm going to use Zelhan's official email address. I am an expert and I build websites for my client. She's not my client, guys, but this is a really nice gesture. Submit and build my website. And it should take about 15 seconds. They pride themselves on the speed on which you can build. But I'm not on an actual server. I'm running from a computer. So that could also influence how much time it takes. All right, so this is finished. And it took me 31 seconds. Normally it takes like 13 to 15 seconds. So I'm just going to attribute that to using the server on my CPU, not the actual web server. We can go to view website. Sure, why not? So this is our website now. Just one click and we've moved from what we had before to this. This is beautiful. This gives us the option of building something beautiful, something nice. All right, so let's get to work. We have 30 minutes to get this up and running. We're already about 10 or 15 minutes in. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead to Dashboard Actually, we're going to edit this page. So if you look at the menu right here, we're going to get started right away. If you look at the menu right here, we notice that there are a few things happening. If we click on About, it doesn't go to a new page. It goes to a section of the page. And this is the About section of the page. And if we click Contact, it takes us to another section of the page. So this is what we have working with us right here. What we're going to be doing from this point forward is we are going to go to Edit with Elementor. We're going to need to set up our colors. All right. So we know the colors of our, so we have the AI image generator. We're good with that. We're just going to continue. Don't need to read that, or you can pause and read it if you'd like. We have our containers set up. I'm going to ensure that we have containers activated. So we're going to go to Dashboard. We have Elementor, and we are going to have settings and then features. And we are going to scroll down to grid container active. I am also going to look for Flexbox container, which is at the bottom. I'm going to activate that. I am also going to use improved CSS, additional custom. No, I don't need that just yet. We lazy load images in the background, nested elements, active landing pages. We're not going to use that because we're already doing something different. Activate grid container. We activate lazy load images. And what lazy load background images does is that instead of loading all the images on your website, the moment the page loads, it's going to wait until you go to the section where that image is before it loads it. And that improves your speed. And all the way at the bottom, we have Flexbox container activated. So that is what we need. We're just going to refresh this point just to ensure that our changes are saved. Now we have container and grid. We're going to go to this hamburger icon. That's what this is called, a hamburger icon. Click on that. We are going to go to site settings. All right. And we're going to do some changes with our colors. So fonts first, because we remember on Fazali Studios that we had the pop-ins and the interfont, but we had to go with Meriwether and installation. So right here, we're going to change primary to pop-ins. You just click on pop-ins, and we have pop-ins here. That's good. Everything else is going to be inter. So we put inter here, and we put inter here. Inter. And for our accent, I am going to keep pop-ins. So we just want to use 2 fonts on our website. The less fonts we use, the better, because as you use more fonts and you have different font weights like bold and italic or very, very bold or not so bold or skinny, we'll get the right names in a second. It's going to add more fonts to your web page, which means it's going to take a lot more time for it to load, and you do not want to have a slow website. That's good. So I'm just going to do that and click update. That's good. We go back to our typography, which is the next way that we have to change our font. So for H1s, that's going to be pop-ins. So H1s, pop-ins, our H2s, pop-ins, and everything else is going to be inter. A3 is inter. So all of those are inter. Our link, I'm going to keep our link pop-ins, right? And we are good. Now we need to get the colors right. So we go back to Farzali Studios, and there is a Chrome extension called Colorzilla. You click on that, and it's going to give you the actual color that you need. So this is the default background. The color is copied. So we go back here to our website, global colors. So the light background is white, and I'm going to add one for the dark background. And for the dark background, it's going to be the color that we had from Fazali Studios, and that is good. For our pop color, I'm thinking of, or pop or accent color, I'm thinking of using something a little bit more vibrant. But I think I'm just going to stick with the orange for now. I think that works. Or well, if you look at for yes, so we're going to use the orange. I hope Fatima likes it. So we just go ahead and hit save. Now, we've gotten all that stuff out of the way. We're going to go straight ahead into building our website. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to set our landing page up so that we have something that pops and grabs attention. Once we land on Frazali Studios, it's very simple. Name of the business, let me close WhatFont. Name of the business, what we do, a call to action. So a call to action is going to be like a button or one of the sort that's going to say to us, hey, go ahead and use this or use that. So let's just go ahead and change the heading to Farzali Studios. So that is our H1. That is going to be the most important. So we have Farzali Studios. And beneath that, we're going to have a description of what Farzali Studios does. So we're just going to copy this, copy, and this is where we start using the page builder Elementor. Now, all of this is from Elementor. And if we're building the website, we're going to need some text. We're going to need some pictures, perhaps a video or two. We already manipulated one of the text right here by editing it. But what happens when we want to add our own text? Well, as it would turn out, this is just a small header as well. This is perhaps a H3 and this is a paragraph. So we're going to go over here and we're going to grab the header text and we're going to drop it here. And this is a H2. We're going to change it to H3. We're going to paste and that is it. Now that we have our H3 pasted, we need to change it from uppercase. So this is how we're going to style our text, much like in Microsoft Word. We go to Style and we click Typography and we're going to change the size. So we just change the size to something smaller. We need to have, so it's a little bit too close to the Farzali Studios. So we're going to go to Advanced. We're going to add some space to it, just padding. Just a margin would be good, about 5 pixels, I guess. And 5 pixels is not bad. Then we're going to go ahead and add some paragraph text right here. And that's what we just copied and pasted from the last part. Data driven. Thank you, Grammarly. Shout out to Grammarly. And we're going to change this to our secondary white. We're going to add some space because this doesn't look too good. So perhaps 10. No, don't need as much as 10. We don't need as much space beneath. So we're going to zero this out. And this is what we have so far. Farzali Studios sales to grow in your business in 60 minutes. It looks a little bit ugly right now, but the way that you want to go about this is to add your content and then you do the design. Now we're going to have to work on our call to action start now with a calendar icon. We already have a call to action here. So we're just going to click on that. We are going to change it to start now. Okay. And the part that we're going to do for start now is going to be all the way at the bottom where we're going to have a form that allows our customers to contact us. So right here in this section, we're going to click edit section. We are going to go to advanced. We are going to go to, so we go to advanced again, CSS ID. We are going to change to contact right here. And what this does is that it's going to name this entire section right here that you see highlighted with this gray background, a contact, so that whenever we add a link to the button in our landing page right here, once we click the button, it goes not to a page, but to a section of the website, which is right here. So we have this called contact. I'm going to use all lowercase actually. Copy. So copy. We're going to go back to our button and we're going to click right here. Now, if we click on this button, it should take us to this section automatically. So let's give this a try. Get out of the way. and start now. And it takes us to the section that we just labeled contact. Perfect. So we're going to go back up and we're almost there. Start now. We just need some space and a calendar icon. To do that, you click on your button, you click on content, you click on icon, and you use the icon library. We can just type calendar because we know what it is. And the calendar she had is this one. And we're going to use this one for the calendar. We're going to insert. It is before, but this time we want it after. And we want some spacing. And there we go. Our buttons are pill-shaped buttons, which means they have a curve. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our button yet again. We're going to go to style because we want to change the appearance of how it looks. And we're going to add a border radius of 25 is a number I like to work with. And there we have a pill-shaped button. We're also going to change how the button looks in the future, but for now, we like to have our content. Okay, so we have that. We have the content on the page. The next thing that we need to do is we need to fix the background. This is Fatima. This is her website. We need to have something a little bit more beautiful for a digital sales strategist than a key. To get images, we are going to go to pexels.com. And for pexels, we're just going to type in business consultant. Let's see what happens. Business consultant and see what we get here. Okay, which one do we like? Which one do we like? This would be nice, but Fatima is a woman, a very wonderful person, mind you. So we have to find something that works for her image. She also doesn't know that I'm doing this, so it's going to be a surprise for her. Business woman would be a good search. And if I know how to speak English, I should write it well. It should be 2 words, not 1. So let's look for businesswoman. And this could work. This one perhaps would work well. Let's give this one a shot. So we go right here. To change the background image, we are going to click here, right click, edit section, go to style, background, image, click. We're going to upload files, select files, select the file that you want to upload, and I have to move this out of the way again. Go with select. Okay, perfect. I think this works for what we're doing. So we're going to use this as it is. The next thing that we're going to do is if we want to move this over, we can change the size of the container. So we can go to layout and move from boxed to full width, but that's kind of ugly. So we can go back to boxed, but we can change the width to something a little bit better. So there we go. All right, so we have something going here. The next thing is that we need to make this a little bit more legible. We're going to change the background. So we go to edit section, style. We're going to add an overlay to make the text a little bit more legible. Background overlay. The favorite of mine is gradient. And we're going to use one that is completely black. This is this. And we're going to use one that is completely white. That is that. We are going to change the opacity like that. We are going to make it a very hard, a very sharp contrast in what's what. And now that we know, we need to have both these numbers be the same, guys. 270, I believe. 70? All right, so look at what we're going to do now. We're going to change the opacity again. So we can change the opacity in this way, where we change this here for the white. And that could be a wonderful way of looking at things. Let's see how this looks. So that's good. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to change this to make it a little bit more interesting. So we change the size. Farzali Studios. And we have some text here. It's black now, so we can't see it. So let's just do some design on the text. So we're going to change the color to the accent color. From slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. And we need some more space between that. So perhaps 15 at the top and 20 at the bottom. And then now for the paragraph, we keep that as is. We don't need this or this, so we can delete it. All right. So Fatima had originally a minimalist design. So we're going to delete this because we don't need it. We're going to keep the minimalist look. And we have too much of the top right here. We need it to be connected. So let's go with 10 and let's go with 15 at the bottom. And for our button, let's draw our button closer. So we're going to click on button. You notice there's out of space. This is padding, space within the elements container, and margin is space outside the elements container. There's a video that we've made that this explains that. I'm going to link that in the description. So we go here and we're just going to change this from 40 to about 20. All right. So there's that. Love what I'm seeing here. Edit section, and we update. So now we have something going on here. Farzali Studios, from sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. We have, this would be ideally a picture of Fatima, as you would know, ideally. And this says Farzali Studios, from sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. Data-driven insights to increase sales for your website. Start now. Perfect. And we can add some design to the button. Let's work on the button as well, so that once we hover over the button, we have some animation, and we also change the color and it looks interesting. So we're going to click on the button. We're going to click on style, and this is the original style default. So we're going to have the text color set to white. We are going to have the background set to the pop color, which is orange. We don't have a border, so I'm going to add a border solid. No, I'm not going to change it like that. I do love having borders on my buttons, so I'm going to go ahead and add one just because it's my way of doing things too. And we're going to use the same color for our border. However, once we hover over the button, there are a few things we want. We want the button to sync or want it to pop. So you know that you've activated the button. So we go to hover, and we go to hover animation, pulse, grow. And once you hover over that, you're going to see this happen. Or you can change it to sync, and this is what happens. Or you can change it to bob, which is that. So we're going to go with bob because I don't use that very often. So let's use bob. We also need to change how the button looks. We are going to go with a full white button for the background. So that's full white. Once you hover, full white, that means we have to change the text to, I'm going to use the black, and I'm going to use the border color to be a lighter shade of this orange here. And that looks minimalist, but the text is not working well for black. So yes, that looks minimalist. Perfect. Farzali Studios, from sales to growing your business in 60 minutes, data-driven insights to increase sales for your website. Beautiful. So we save and the home section is done. Remember, once we click on start now, it's going to take us to this part of the website, which is the next part of the website we're going to work on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to say call that. So is Fatima's number listed on our website? If it's on our website, it's fine. But if it's not, we won't add it. So it's not there, we're not going to add it. All right. So this is a contact page. It says, seeing slow sales, want to grow your business from slow sales. Wow, try saying sales and see a lot, and you will figure out how difficult this is. Seeing slow sales. Did she do that on purpose? Fatima, did you do that on purpose with seeing slow sales? That is not very easy to say. Seeing slow sales, want to grow your business from slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. Slow sales, wow, tongue twisters in 60 minutes. Let's chat. So we're going to use this information on the contact. So we have messages, and we want to add this part of the copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this section right here to add, and I'm going to use right here for that. So the first part is seeing slow sales, want your business to grow. Control C to copy, Control A for highlight everything, and Control V to paste. We will fix the way it looks once the content is there. And now we want to add a supporting section with this part, from slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. Let's chat. So we're going to click here again, and we're going to add another element below it. And that's where we're going to add this part. Control C to copy, go back to our website, click here, Control A to highlight, and Control V or Command V if you use a Mac to paste the content. The content is there, and this says we work 24/7. Fatima does not work 24/7. She enjoys work-life balance. So let's stay connected. This is for our social, our LinkedIn, and our Twitter. We'll add that beneath. So we don't need this section that says we work 24/7. Matter of fact, I'm just going to change it to let us. Guys, I love this keyboard. It feels so easy to use. Let us help you. Perfect. So now that we have all of this information right here, contact@info.com, and this is the address. Let me just change the Washington to a different line. And messages. This is a form. This is all fine and dandy. We need to make this look good. So we're going to first do the support. That's a little bit too big for us. We are going to change the typography. So remember, we right-click, edit heading, go to style, typography, and we are going to change the size to something smaller. We need it to be center aligned, so we can go to content and alignment center. All right, it looks a little bit light from where we are in terms of it's too skinny. So we're going to change the weight to about 400. So we go to style, typography, font weight, and we go to about 400. Not enough. So let's try 600, semi-bold. That is good. Now we need some space from the header. We are going to go to the margin. Remember, the margin is the space outside the elements container, and the padding is the space within the elements container. We're just going to change the margin in this case. There's a video linked below of margin and padding. So we're just going to go ahead and hit right there. And now for the major part, we need to edit this part in a way that makes all of this section look attractive. So seeing slow sales, want to grow your business, we are going to stack one on top of the other. So we click here, edit heading, content, and right here we're going to use what in HTML is called a break element. And what a break element does is that it's saying that from this point to the right, everything that's on the right, put it on a new line, even if it doesn't require a new line. And the break element is an angle bracket with BR in it, much like I'm typing here. So this is the break element, and that's what it does for us. The other thing is we want to align it center. So we click center align. We also are going to need to have it a little bit brighter in terms of bold. So let's add 800 weight, and that's extra bold. All right, seeing slow sales, and let's increase the size just a bit. All right. Yes. And we need some space between the elements. We can't use padding for this one, because remember, padding is space within the element. So this is the elements outline, that purple thing you see right here. But we cannot use padding because it's not going to change the space between seeing slow sales and want to grow your website. Here's why. All of that is one element. And if you doubt me, you can go ahead and add something outrageous like 50. It just changes the space within the padding and the space within the padding, within the elements, sorry. What we need to do is we need to change the line height. Remember, it's like Microsoft Word. So we're going to delete that, and we're going to delete that, and we're going to change the line height. So we go to style, typography, line height, and we do this right here. This is line height 0 or 1, and we do this here. I like to use emphasis for this one, and just, this looks kind of good. Seeing slow sales, want to grow your website from slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes. Let's chat. Now we have what's called a page break. It's not a page break, it's just a nice element. I'm going to change the color to orange. So we click on the divider right here, edit divider, style, and we are going to use the light orange from the theme colors right here. All right, it's a little bit too bright, so we're going to click on the actual color and we're going to move the transparency down a bit. And let's see how this looks. Yes. So let us help you. So I'm going to move the let us help you because if you look at it as it is right now, it's just stacked over to the corner right there. Not very attractive. So we're going to change that to a center align again. Let us help you. We are going to add some space in the bottom. We can use the margin or the padding. I'm going to keep on using the margin. I'm going to add 10 below, and that should be good. Let us help you. Seeing slow sales, we need a little bit of space between slow sales to grow in your business. So we're going to add about 10 more to the margin right here. So we're going to add to 26, and that should be good going forward. The weight of this also needs to change, but we're going to let it stay. Don't want it to be too loud. Contact us. It says message us. We're just going to change this to send us a message. You want to make it clear what your website visitors to do. Send us a message to get started. That is in all caps. Contact. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I can live with that. Perfect. So that's that. We have everything set up for our contact section of our website. The next thing that is here is we have Let's Stay Connected, social, we have LinkedIn, and we have Twitter. We're going to add that rather quickly right here. I'm just going to duplicate this and click and drag it where you want it. I want some space above, so I'm going to click edit heading, and we are going to do about, we're going to use emphasis this time because we need a lot of space, and we go right here. Perhaps 3 emphasis. We're going to change it to let's connect. Okay, that's what it says, right? It says let's stay connected, but that's going to be too much. And now we need the social icons, really big and dandy. So we're going to go ahead and click here, search with it, widget, social icons. All right, we're going to drag that beneath right here. We already have Twitter, we don't need Facebook, and we don't need YouTube. We are going to add item. The picture is going to symbolize which icon we're adding. So we click here and we can click and type in LinkedIn, or we can just scroll through and see what's there. So LinkedIn is somewhere after FGHIJKL, LinkedIn, insert. We have our connect. We don't want it center aligned, we want it left aligned, so we go to alignment, left. We also remember that it's rounded, and following with design of our button up above, the pill shape, we want to keep some sort of curve. So having the hard edge right here is going to be a bit much. So let's just go ahead and change the shape to circle. We also want it to use custom colors, as you see right here. So we are going to go ahead and change the color. So we're just going to add a hash because I'm not going to paste our actual website or actual social links in. We're just going to use a hash. And we're going to change the way they look. So we go to style, custom color. Primary color is white. Wait, let's see. It's actually white for the secondary color, and the primary color is the dark background. No, it's the other way around. And that's how you can just go about this and figure stuff out, guys. It's just a click and you change things. We also need to have some gap between them. They're too close at the moment. So, all right. Border radius. We don't need a border. So I'm going to add a border solid with 2 pixels. Radius 25. Keep it circle, or you can use 50. The color, we are going to use the same what we had before. What happens, so the size, so change this to 50, and the spacing, okay, the size is a bit much. The next thing is the hover. We want to change the look. So the primary color when we hover is going to be white. The secondary color is going to be our accent color, and our border color is going to be accent, I guess. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. And we used a bob, I believe, for the button up here. Bob. So we're going to do the same thing here for the hover animation. And we use Bob. So let's use Bob. It's a little bit too close to the Let's Connect. So we go to Advanced, this, and we're going to add some space, a little bit too much. And that looks perfect. Contact, Let's Connect. Now we need to change the button. So we're going to save. If we can edit the button, we edit it. But we have to realize that sometimes we need premium plugins to do this. So if we can't change the look of our button, that's fine. So we go to Edit, WP Forms, and we cannot. But I think the way that we can edit our button is by going to Site Settings, Buttons, and our border type is going to be solid. It's going to be 2. Okay. The border radius is going to be 25. Give us the pill. And the text color is white. The background color is orange. And the border color is orange. For the hover, we're going to have the text color is orange. The background color is white. And we also have a border solid 2 pixels. And the color is going to be orange. And yes, we can't change the animation from default. There's a bit of space between the button and data-driven insights, so I'm going to remove that. Edit, edit. That's going to remove all of it. All right, that's good. Let me just check to see if there's something happening in the bottom. Okay, that's why it takes up so much space. We're going to change that to about 5. Too much. Gone. 25. Let's try 15. 5 looks good. 15. 20. Let's see how this looks for our header. That looks good. But I think it looks better with more space. So let's go to 25. Okay. And we're good. Okay, we're good. So now we update. So we have that. Now the next thing that we look at is we have the newsletter sign up. But we're not going to introduce a newsletter sign up until we've introduced ourselves. So let's just go ahead and create the About section. So we just need to add 3 pictures here that suggest the digital sales. And then we can do website, e-commerce. So we're going to add 3 images that suggests the services that she offers. Because on our website, there are no services per se. Oh yeah, there are. Review and prioritize, increase sales, reduce costs. So we can use these. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy, review and prioritize, and increase sales. And reduce cost. We don't need this because we have a bit of information right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this information and we're going to delete, right click, delete, and we're going to add text editor right here. And we are going to paste the information. We are also going to copy and paste the information once we delete it again. And we're going to do the same operating costs. Now we need to get images that suggests these. So we're going to go to here, back to pixels. For reducing costs, we can just say content, right? And we will have some kind of a line graph of some sort. I think this one will look a little bit more natural. So we're going to save this as reduce costs. The next one is increase sales. So let's type in increase sales and see what happens. So let's go with this one. I'm just going to go ahead. Size matters, guys, because the bigger the image, as you can see right here, we need a small image and review and prioritize. So I'm just going to look for another consultancy picture. Consultancy. And remember, if you had your own website being built, you would actually be able to do this easier. I remember what we're heading. All right, so now we're going to add these new pictures. Upload, and so we upload. The first one is this one. Select. Second one is increase sales, I suppose. Select. Third one is reduce costs. And the size is going to be terrible. Look at the size of that. Oh gosh. So let me just find that. So we're going to go here and we're going to use a smaller picture. And you're going to see the difference. So I'm just going to click reduce costs. And I'm going to upload that and you guys are going to see the difference. And this matters because the bigger your web page, the longer it takes to load. And the longer it takes to load, the slower your website. And the slower your website, the more people are going to click away. So we don't need that. So we go and reduce costs. And there we go. So let's look at the size. So this one is 40 kilobytes. And this one is 700 kilobytes. My gosh. So we have that. We have the content ready. Our services. We're going to use the same style that we used for our contact section. Oh, there are different elements. So this is a header element. H2, going to change the weight to something semi-bold. And that is good. That is good. And just like that, we're finished with the services section. Now we need to go to the About Us section. So we're just going to get a picture of Fatima. I'm not going to steal her picture because she doesn't know I'm doing this, but we're just going to get a picture of supposed Fatima or anyone who's building a website. So we're just going to use business woman yet again. All right. Just going to use a random woman. There was one at the top. So I'm just going to use this one right here. Free download, small. Now let's use medium. We can change the size and so on. All right. So woman about us. Okay. So now we're going to edit image, choose. I'm going to upload that picture that we just downloaded and select. And that's good. The style, we need it a little bit bigger. So we're going to change the height and the width. So you can see that there's something here. This is another image. We're just going to go ahead and delete that because we don't need it. And we're going to keep the section, but we don't need that image. I think I'm going to try to get a bigger image right off the bat. Download size. All right, go ahead. So let me try a bigger image. So we're going to go emphasis 40. That's good. Perhaps we can add a second image. That should work well in selling it. So we're going to use this one as well. We're going to go with 1920 by 1280. So we're going to duplicate and drag this to this section. Click on this, edit, content, edit, and upload that new image. And as you can see, there's a bit of blur. So it's going to ensure that we have 100% on everything. And then we're just going to resize. All right. So now that we've resized, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the About Us information from Tima's website. So we have some information here that we need to add a mission, and it's going to be a subheading. So it's going to be about an H3. So I just grab a H3 from over here and add it. Oh, well, we're doing the website over, so we don't have to use the same layout that she has. So I'm just going to use about because it's just one of her. The last time I checked, she never had a twin. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy it in stages. Want to make your bit take, all right, so one step. And I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to put it, paste. All right. And that is the about. There's some information. I'm just going to all of this and put it here. Okay, let's add another break. All right. So now we have become a member today. All right, so just going to duplicate this, drag it, paste, make sure that there's nothing above. Going to remove what's beneath. All right, so there's nothing beneath, it says. But we need this to go up some more. So we're going to use what's called a negative margin. So we click here, margin, and we're going to use negative margin to bring it up to where we want it to be. All right, become a member today. Perhaps we can go with 35. All right. And then now we remember that at the start, there was a mission. I just need to add another section right here. So we're going to add section, Flexbox container, content flowing down. And I'm going to change the background to fit here. So it looks like one section. All right. That is for Tima's color. Not going to use that. All right, there's that. Then now we're going to add the mission. So we go here, text, mission. All right, we're going to center align, and we're just going to copy our mission. We are going to use another heading for the mission. Now I'm just going to use a text. I can get it to look nice. And we need center aligned. We're going to need to change the size. So we're just going to go to size. There we go. That looks good. The letter spacing needs to be a little bit more because if you look here, you notice that the letters are spaced nicely. So we're going to use a bit more letter spacing. All right. And the text color, I'm going to use a dark background or primary. Oh wait, the background doesn't fit. Edit section, style, background. Okay, so we have a gradient that's going theme color 4 and theme color 5, 45 degrees. Let me see if I can copy, update, and paste style. Yeah, it kind of works. So now I'm just going to edit this and remove the 200 from the bottom. I want to add about 50 to the top. And I'm going to add about negative 30. Ooh, that doesn't work. Let's use the margin. Negative 30. All right, there we go. So that looks about it, but we don't have uniformity with this and this. So I'm just going to use the same style. Paste style, and I'm going to center align. And yeah, now we have something good going on with our services section, our about section. So let's just copy style so everything stays the same. Paste style, center, paste style. All right. And now we connect. So we need a call to action. Connect. And the call to action we're going to use is going to be the same one from start now. So I'm just going to copy this call to action and I'm going to paste it right here. Paste, start now. And that's beautiful as it is, or so I think. Let's ensure everything is to our liking. It is. And we continue. So what else do we do? How can I help you? Join the membership plan that's right for you. So we're going to need some support information right here. So just going to click on the, under our services. We're just going to put join the membership plan that's right for you. All right. Copy, paste, and we're going to change the typography. I don't want it to be all caps. So I'm going to copy and just going to have to type it out. Join the membership plan that's right for you. And we are going to just use the same size. So we're going to change the size. And all right, that's what we're going to be doing. And that's the invitation. This is a testimonial section. All right, so this testimonial section, we're going to figure it out soon, guys. So we don't need this image. We don't need this section. And I don't need this section or this section. And for this section, we don't need so much space in the top. All right. Let us help you. Did we already use that? Join our community. All right. Join our community. And Farzali Studio member and increase. Start increasing your sales today. And I think it's online sales because it's digital sales strategy. All right, so I don't need this or this. And I just need 2 buttons. Okay, 2 buttons. Okay, I don't need that. And I don't need that. Let me just convert this to a container because I'm going to need it. Convert. All right, so now we have it as a container. Delete that. Here we go. We also need to do the 2 options, become a member. So this one is become a member, become a member. And this one is free resources. Free resources. Those are all hashes. So we need icons on both of them. Let's use a file icon for the free resources. It goes after, and there's a bit of space. And become a member is going to have the calendar icon. So we're just going to use calendar. All right. And it goes after, and there's a bit of space. We don't have too much going on after that. So to have this here like this, is a bit bare, it's a bit unattractive. So maybe what I do is I put another container here. All right. The flow of this is going to be it's going to be horizontal. Put that there. Put that there. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to delete that. And for this, I'm going to go full width and edit container. We're going to go space between, or even the space center. So everything that I just did right here in terms of the container is going to be explained in a video below that says how to use Elementor containers. I'll link that in the description below. So you don't have to worry about learning that right now. But it's basically saying that how we use our information flow or organize it on the web page. That's all it's saying. So we have this. We're going to go center, and we are also going to go center. We are going to increase the size on this font just to make it nice, big, and bold. Look at what's going to happen here, guys. We're going to increase the line height. It's going to come together, trust me. All right. And we're going to increase the letter spacing. So we can just, okay, go like that. Then now we change the width. All right. And I fancy, there we go. So we're going to change the size on this as well. And we go with the size, join our community. I think let's try the accent. There we go. And let's see what our weight is. 600, that's good. And this is all right. This is okay, I'm okay with this. Now, we created a testimonial section, but I like this testimonial section for the fact that it has the rating here. And I'm going to use this testimonial section. You can use both. So what our customers say about us. All right, so we're going to change this. I'm using this testimonial section, guys, because I like that the 4.8 rating is right there. I'm going to change the background to a darker color though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a dark background, but I'm going to use it. Okay, that looks good. All right, we had some reviews here. So there's one. Copy that. And I'm going to paste it here. Control A, Control V. And this is from, I'm just going to use, so we add Peter Pan, so Tom and Jerry, and we're going to have good old Bugs Bunny up here. So Bugs Bunny. And we are going to use this feedback for Bugs Bunny. Control A, Control. All right, so I messed it up. Control. So now we have Control A, wait, Control A, Control V, Bugs Bunny. And I'm going to change the style so that the name is in orange. Give us something to look at. All right, so the name is in orange. The content, title, CEO, founder, and let's just add some text, some color for the text, some color for the text, some color for the title. And the name is there. We're just going to copy this, paste style, and this is going to be from their CMO. All right. And this is good. So now that we have this, I want that to be here. All right. So I'm not going to delete this because I spent a lot of time building it, but I'm going to go responsive. I'm going to hide it. And we have a bit of white all the way down, a bit of white. So we're going to have to move this section. We're going to move this section and we're going to put it right here. So we have two white sections or light sections, and then we have another two light sections. And that's how we're going to do this. So we click it, drag, and drop right here. And here we go. One light section. So we need some space in there. Let's work on that. One light, another light section, a dark section, another light section, another light section, the address, contact number, footer. So we're going to work on the footer last. All right. So let's go right now and add some space to our services. Just need to add it to the overall section. Padding is what we're going to use this time. Top, we are going to go with 75. That looks good. It does. It does. It does. It does. And there we go. All right, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the responsiveness of the website. And a responsive website is basically a website that looks good on desktop, it looks good on mobile, and looks good on tablet. We're going to try to get this done really quickly, but the process is very simple. How we're going to do this is we're going to go to the footer right here, and we see this tablet and mobile phone. We're going to click on that. It says responsive mode. We're going to click on that. And this is a desktop view that we now have. It says the width is 2100 pixels and the height is 1171 pixels because I'm using a 27-inch monitor. But as you scroll, you're going to realize that this is a desktop view. To get to the tablet view or the mobile view, you go to the top right here where this bar is now available, and you click on mobile, and it's going to show you what the website would look like on mobile. And there are a few ways to go about working on this. So even if we remove the sidebar to get a full view, it's still going to be the same. Hamburger icon brings up the menu, really beautiful, functional and everything. Click on that, it takes us back home. Everything works. So we need to fix this so that it looks good. So here's how we're going to do this real quickly. We see the font right here is too big, so we're just going to change the size. And this is how I like to go about this. Like I just try to eyeball it. Farzali Studios, from slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes, data-driven insights to increase sales on your website. Let's see if there's something at the bottom right here. There is not. I think I'm going to let that stay. So the next thing that we need to do, which is a little bit tricky, is the background. Now, you remember how I did the background where half of it was black and half of it was transparent? So we're going to go here, edit section, style. So if you look right here, it says mobile portrait. So that's the size of it on mobile. You can click and go to tablet, or you can go to desktop with desktop. And that's how you can also switch. And that's how you can also switch across different devices. So let's go back to mobile, style, and this is the background position. We need to take a look at the background overlay because that's where the trick is. So you realize that the opacity only changes half and we can't see the text as well as we'd like. Here's what I normally do. I don't even know if this is the best way to do it, but this is how I normally get this done. I duplicate the home section. All right. For the first section, I edit section, advanced, responsive, only show on desktop, which means you hide on tablet, hide on mobile. So this is going to stay as it normally is. But for the next one, we're going to edit section. We go to advanced, responsive, hide on desktop, And then for this one, we are going to go to Style, Background Overlay, Solid Color, and the background overlay color is going to be full black, and the opacity is too dark as it is. We're going to keep on reducing the opacity until it's legible. 51 is good, but I like 65. Let's go with 65. So 65 is nice, and that's going to be on tablet and mobile. So let's take a look at the tablet version. The tablet version is a little dark, so we're going to take it to 65 as well. No. Yes, so that's 57. Let's go to 60 and see what happens for the tablet version. 60. The text is a bit too big, so we change the size again. We click on the text, go to Style, Typography. We change the size, and that is good. I don't like how much space is between my button. Let's change the weight to 600 semi-bold. No. And that is how we are going to do that. So let's look at our hero section. We have a little bit too much on the bottom for our hero section on tablet. So what we're going to do is we are going to, oh wait, I think there's something wrong here. So we're also seeing the hero section here on tablet. So we need to fix this such that edit section, advanced, responsive, hide on tablet, hide on mobile. Perfect. And I'm on tablet, so yes, I see what's happening. And then edit this, advanced, responsive, hide on desktop, show on tablet, show on mobile. All right, and that's that. Update. We need to change the space under the bottom, so we're going to advanced. I think we need to change it in a column. And the bottom, we go here to 15. Let's see how that looks. That is good. And this is that. All right. There's a little bug in the program, guys, because this isn't supposed to be showing at all. Is it realize it doesn't show on mobile, but it's showing here. So it's not supposed to be showing on mobile, and on desktop we are good. All right. So that's it for the tablet version of the landing page. Let's go back to the tablet version of our services. We need to add some space here, as we realized. 30. Let's see how that looks. Our services, and we have a really big space right here. Let us edit, 0, 0 out, edit here, ensure that there is no space above it. There's too much space above it on tablet. Let's remove all of it, and that is good. We go down, review and prioritize. So when we click on it, it fixes. So it's just a bug. I'm thinking it's because it's on my actual computer as a server. So that's that. Let's look at our mobile version. Our mobile version looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Our services, let's just take that out. Our services, I think I'm going to do something about the size of this. Just a smidge. All right. There we go. And we are okay. All right. Mission: grow your revenue by evolving your digital sales strategy. We need some space on the bottom in the tablet. So we're looking at the mobile version. You can take a look by just observing the screen size. So the bottom is not pushing away. And so I'm going to zero this out because it's not affecting it where I want it to affect it. And I'm going to take it from here, and I'm going to add some to the margin at the top to keep it, get it out of the way. That's good. 50. Unlink, remove that, unlink that. And 50, that's good. And on the mobile version, we have 2 pictures. We only need 1. So what I'm going to do is I might have to duplicate this version again, I might have to duplicate this section again Or well, what I can do is I can edit image, responsive, hide on mobile. You know, the thing that's interesting, you don't want to have a lot of pictures on mobile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this entire section, this entire column on mobile so it doesn't load and it increases the speed of our website. So that's there. Hide this column as well on mobile because you want your website to load fast. And there's that. Now I need to take a look at the about section. Too much space is at the top. So we're going to go advanced again. I'm going to change this to 45, thereabout. Let's take a look at what we have left. That's good. All right, so let's just go to the tablet version. Mission to grow your revenue by evolving your digital sales strategy. About, and these are they. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both pictures beside each other. So we're going to go to responsive, and we're going to reverse the columns on tablet. That's it, right? Section, responsive, reverse column on tablet. And it hasn't reversed at all. There's something about this section here that I'm not getting. I'm going to hide these pictures on the tablet as well because I can't figure it out, guys. There's something wrong with the design here. Maybe in the future and I figure it out, I'll just fix it. So I'm going to add on mobile, add on tablet. I'm going to edit image, responsive, add on tablet, add on mobile, content, image size. The width is what I really need to change. And every time I change the width to 50%, it goes back to 100% when I come back, which is inconceivable. Guys, I can't get that to work, so I'm just gonna hide them. And you see, I hit it, but it's still showing when, like, there's a bug because as you can see, the column is here, but it's not working properly. Like, there's a bug somewhere in this, guys. There's a bug. And as I say that, an actual mosquito flew by. Imagine that. So there's a bug in the program, guys, because I've done what needs to be done for it to be responsive, but it's not working. What our customers say about us. All right, so let's just go ahead and change the size of this. I am going to go big because I can. I am going to center, and I'm going to add some line height because that's going to make it a little bit more. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And let's take a look at the mobile version. What our customers say about us. Let us use a smaller size. So, like I said, guys, something is wrong with what I was working on because the program is malfunctioning for some reason. But that's how it works. Once you do what I've done, it should work on your device. I'm going to actually get hosting going forward because I have my own server and everything. I'll just start working from online. So this looks good as it is on mobile and tablet. Let's continue. And that's just how we're going to go through things and ensure everything is working as we like. Join our community to become a Farzali student member. So we're going to have to change the size on this. All right, so that's really big, 100 pixels, and that's really spaced out. So let's do something about the line height. Okay, and we can do something about the space. And I'm going to change the container just a bit. I'm going to take everything off the left and off the right. And I want this to also fill its space in the container. There we go, there we go. And let's see what's happening here. And that is also good. Let's put 10 on the left and let's put 10 on the right. Become a Farzali student member and start increasing your online sales. Join our community, free resources, and become a member. We are good. Seeing slow sales. I'm not going to try to say that again. I've learned my lesson. So we're just going to do the same thing here. Reduce the size. We have something good going on. Let's just add a bit of line height. And we have extra bold. We have extra bold. So I'm going to reduce this just a bit. And that's good. Let us help you. Join our community. So we can see that the headings, they have different colors, but that's because of how the design was done. So let's just make this a bit bigger. Let us help you. I think I'm going to go 16. 16. And then now from slow sales to growing your business in 60 minutes, let's chat. We need to get some work done on this. All right, 17, 16. Now let's go to 18. Let's add some line height. All right. And I'm going to go with pixels to get some more space. All right. And I don't need anything at the top. So I'm going to remove that to 0. Okay. And now I need something at the top. So I'll go 10. That's good. Too much. Actually going to zero all this out. Go to 10. All right. So let's now take a look at our tablet version. Tablet version is a little big here. So let's just go ahead and style typography. And we do some line height as well, because the line height as it is a bit much. Come as far as all the student member, and we have too much space. That's like a big old forward. So we're going to go 50 at the top, 50 at the bottom, 25 left, 25 right. That's good. We can work with that. All right, seeing slow sales. So we're going to change this. Edit. So size, seeing slow sales, want to grow your business. Let's reduce this also. And this is just how you go about doing it. So I'm going to try 18. Okay, 18 is good. All right, now, so we have contact. Let's connect, send us a message, get started. So then now let's add some to the top. Ooh, with it. 0. All right. Wrong way. Wrong. All right. And default. And default. And copy, paste style. There we go. All right. Let's connect. Send us a message. That's our send a message. Just going to let that fill up there. And we're going to take a look at the mobile version now. Send us a message to get started. So we need to get everything from the top. So we're going to go 0, fill out. There we go. We're going to unlink again. 0. So let's try. Oh boy, I didn't unlink. Now we unlink. Let's try that. And that's that. And yes, we're looking good. So remember, some of the program is not working as we'd like, guys. So grow sales. Remember, that's a little bit too spacey for my liking. So I'm just going to take a bit out of that. Okay. And customers say about strategy, mission, reduce costs, prioritize. All right. And let's take a look at the tablet. The tablet is where I'm having a bit of trouble because this part is not supposed to be shown. If you look at what I have going on, it's not showing here. Responsive, it's not to show, and it's showing, not to show, and it's showing. So Fazali Studios, our services, prioritize, use, mission, about. So I don't like, I also deleted these pictures because they were just not working out. Something is wrong. When I move them, they don't fix. And they're not working once I... Now let's take a look at the footer to see what we have going on. When I initially started this tutorial, I was like, yes, 30 minutes and we'll be done. Boy, was I wrong. So it is a good tutorial because once you're finished here, like the website can be uploaded and you just add in the final features like the speed and the optimization for the website loading speed and the image optimization and perhaps some live chat or email marketing. We haven't added the email marketing section like I said we would. All right, so in the footer, I'm going to add the section for email marketing. As you notice, we can't edit this section. Why? Because it's a part of the footer. And what you have to realize is that the theme, a lot of times, is going to influence the header and the footer. And then the page is going to fit between the header and the footer. Think of the header and the footer as the speaker and the camera section of the phone. and the bottom section, like the bezel of the phone. That's always going to be there, and everything else from the plugins is going to be on screen in between the bezel. For those of us who know what a bezel is, because iPhones and Androids these days don't have bezels today. They have an island and so on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave this section right here because I think we're done, right? Let's check our menu before we move on. So services, about, why choose us, testimonials, contact. None of those work because the label isn't there. So let's just label it rather quickly. So this is going to be the home section. So go to edit, advanced, CSS ID. It's going to be home, lowercase. This is going to be services, lowercase. This is going to be mission and about, lowercase. Mission hyphen about. Actually, let's just name it about because that's what it's going to be primarily. And this is going to be our testimonials, right? And I'm using lowercase so that it's easier for me to label it when I go back. We're going to call this one join us. All right. Join us and contact. So we have all of that ready. Now we're going to edit the footer. And the way that we're going to edit the footer is we're going to have to leave this section, go to the first part of the website and edit the footer from there. Or we can use a plugin to edit the footer, but we're not going to use that. All right. So we finish here, exit. I am going to exit to the WP dashboard, apply, cancel. If we didn't save properly, now we can exit. So we're going to appearance, customize, header builder. Let's see if I can find one for the footer builder. This is what we need to do. I'm going to just drag myself out of the footer. All right. And for the footer, we have a few things going. We have widget 1, widget 2. We need to edit this. So we are going to, when we go to our email marketing, we can add a few things. So we can get the HTML code for our email opt-in form. And what we would do is we would click right here and add HTML1. Inside of the HTML1, we would add the email opt-in HTML code. In future videos on marketing, we're going to show you how to integrate email marketing. So for now, we're just going to leave this like that, and we're going to bold it, and that's that. So we're going to pretend that this is the actual email opt-in. So I'm just going to move this over here. All right. And for widget 2, I'm going to edit it. So we click here, general, got it. And I'm going to edit it. I'm going to say pretend email opt-in is below. All right. And I'm going to leave the dummy text. So we're going to pretend that this is the email opt-in. And then for this section, yet again, we click the gear icon and we're going to edit it, contact. I'm going to say contact Farzali Studios. That's good for SEO. And this is going to be the address. I love to put a break right here. And we're good. We are good. That's our footer. We have powered by Locksmith. It is powered by Zelhan. So we're going to have to change the site title. Actually, I'm going to do it the right way. So the design, I'm going to change it to text color orange. There we go. And we have our social icons here. We don't need Yelp. We do need Google reviews. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google reviews. That's good. And I'm going to change those to, when we hover, it goes orange. Yeah, that's good. So that's published. Now, the next thing that we're going to change, like I was saying, is we're going to have to do the header in terms of linking the menu items to the different sections. All right. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have to keep this part open so I can see the actual website to know which section goes where. So I'm going to go back to our dashboard here. I'm going to go to Appearance and then Menus, Appearance, then Menus. For Home, this is going to be linked to hash home because that's the name of the section, and we're going to use lowercase. For the next section after home is services. That is going to be hash services because we're linking to a part of the page, and I'm using a small s. And after that, we have about, hash about, and we're using a small a. I don't know if it's case sensitive, I haven't checked. Then we're using testimonials, hash testimonials, small t. Okay, I don't know if we're going to use the Y choose us. Then join our community. I do not remember what I labeled this section. I think it's join us. Let's inspect the HTML. Div class Elementor. Join us. So it says here that the ID is join us. So remember I told you that I know full stack engineering. This is just something that coders use all the time to find their CSS and so on. ID join us. All right. So become a member. So I'm going to close that. And this section is a join us section. So I'm going to remove why choose us to go beneath testimonials. And it's going to be called join us, lowercase with a hyphen. And after that, we have let us help you. This is the contact section, lowercase yet again. And that's just how we go about getting our stuff done. And our website is almost finished. We save our menu. Remember that I wanted to change the site title so that whenever move myself again, whenever we go here and we change the copyright text, the site title shortcode. So this is a shortcode. And how the shortcode works is that once you have that little text right there anywhere, the program sees the actual text, the code, which is a code name in the angle brackets like this. It's going to say, this is not regular text. This is referencing something that's named as a variable that references something else. So the site title variable pulls the site title from the database. So we're going to have to change the value of site title. So wherever on the site we see site title, if site title is 7 places on the website, we want to change it one place and it updates it everywhere. And that's the code. So we have a variable which names a container for the value. The value for the site title is currently powered by Locksmith. We're going to change it powered by Zelhan. That's our company where we do web development and marketing. And once we change it here, wherever there's site title like this in the in the square brackets, is going to update it. So we don't have to change it everywhere. So we're going to go here, settings, general, site title. And this is Zelhan. All right. And the tagline is Zelhan tutorial for Farzali Studios one-page website. Okay. And see, it's on the local host. Cyberdream Developers is a name we had for the business before we rebranded. Subscriber, etc., etc. I'm going to change my start to Monday, and I am going to keep everything else as is. I'm in Jamaica, guys, so I can change this to Kingston. All right, so here we go. We can change our time to Jamaica or wherever you're from, save changes, and that is that. So just like that, we have our website, visit site, and we click here. Oh, look, so I messed it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to menus. The name is here, home. All right. And let's just save that. The next thing that we need to look at is this section that is above the menu. So we need to change this text. So we're going to go back. And remember to go here, we go to Appearance, Customize, and we're going to go to the Header Builder. All right. Header Builder, primary menu. We have a button here. It says primary menu, that's this. Site title and logo, that's this. Now for the button, we are going to go hash join us. I'm going to change this to become a member today. All right. The design, I need some background color to have it pop. And we're going to need border radius of 30. The text color is going to be orange. And I'm going to keep it white once it's there. The background color is there. And when you hover, it's going to go orange. The border color is going to be orange and white. The border width is going to be 2. And the font is going to be a little bit smaller, hopefully. Woo-wee! Oi! Wow, that scared me. So let's go to 12. Let's go to 12 for the font. And the padding, for the top, we want 5, 6, 7. Bottom, we want 7 as well. 9, 10. And let's go 9, 10. Become a member today. All right. And the outline is there. And that's that. That looks good. You don't have to edit the button here, guys. I just did it. The HTML here that says always open. No, we're not. So as you can see, fun thing, we can change the design of the text by changing it here. But remember I said that it's like Microsoft Word? Well, you can change the color of the actual text, which is why here you don't see anything, but it's there. So it's white. So if it's white here and it's white here, it means that they did this, Control A, and they changed the text color there. So we can change it back to white from here, and it updates it as well. Wait, Control A, change the text color to white, and it changes it. So instead of having always open, we're going to add something like increase your sales, increase your online sales, home, delete, I, increase your online sales today. And we have a typo. Yep, your online sales today. And I'm just going to link this to the join us, the contact section. All right, so once you click here, it should take us to the contact section. All right. And that's it for the website, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this template available. So there's going to be a download link in the description. And how this download link is going to work is you can click on this link. Actually, I don't think I'm going to make the I'll tell you what. Because I made this following Fatima's website, I'm not sure if I'm going to make the download link available. Check below, and if the download link is available, then it's available. If not, it means that Fatima and I have come to the agreement that she likes it so much that we're only going to make it available to her. But next week, we are going to be creating a 4-page website for your business that gets you leads, clients, and customers. And hopefully we're not going to take over an hour and a half for that one. or it probably will because it's going to be 4 pages. But today was good. We have a complete website. We can go ahead and set it up now in terms of, oh, button is bad. So let's go ahead and fix this button. I just realized what happened. This button is no good. And it's going to be fixed real easily. So we're going to go to View Site, Edit with Elementor, and I'm going to show you a very cool trick. I was wrapping up and my site wasn't ready. Deliver that to the client and we have a problem. So we're going to copy, scroll, and we're going to paste style. All right. And then we're going to paste style. But for this one, we're going to change the look of the button to be like this. So we're going to go here, style, and the text color is orange, the color is white, and the border is orange. The hover, the text color is white, the background is orange, and the border is white. All right, all right. And just reduce that and we save. And just like that, our buttons are finished. Website should be good now. Let me see. Yeah, the website should be good. I think it's best to start these icons off as orange. And then we can hover and make them white. Okay, so that's that. And we are good here, guys. That is it for this website tutorial. To set it up now, we just need a set of plugins. All right, a set of plugins, and the plugins that you use to set up your website is going to depend on what you want. So you might want one for live chat. We already added one for website security. You're going to want another website security to change the login URL and stuff like that. You're going to want one to optimize your images, so bigger images take up less space. You're going to want one to make the website faster, and you're going to want one Updraft Plus for backups. So I'm going to keep this here. And remember, the link to download is going to be below if Fatima doesn't like it. And if she likes it, we're going to make this exclusively for her. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week with a 4-page website for your business. For websites that you want us to make in the future, just comment below which website you want to see us make next. Take care. See you.